A very good morning to all of you who are present here. Now, today we are going to start with another chapter from grammar tree, which is adverbs. Now, previously we had done modals, we are finished with it, and today we are going to learn about all the concepts that come along with the chapter adverbs. Now, basically, we all know what adverbs are. You have been doing that since, from your previous classes, previous years, you might have known about it. So I'll just write the short definition of adverb. We all know that adverbs are those parts of speech that modify, okay? The biggest function that is associated with adverbs is modifying, but what do they modify? They modify definitely verbs. Basically, they add something meaning to the verbs, a meaning to the verbs, so that is why they are known as adverbs. Okay, but they also, not only verbs, but they also modify adjectives. You know, adjectives are describing words, you know that. So it modifies adjectives and it also modifies another adverb. Okay, there would be another adverb present in the sentence and it'll talk about it more specifically. It'll add something to the meaning. Okay, so that it comes out clearly, that the listener or the reader, he understands very clearly about what the person wants to say. Okay, so an adverb is used to modify the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, in your books you have these sentences on page number 15. My brother has a bit of talking fast. So here the action is talking, which is the verb. Okay, talking. So we are saying how is he talking? What is the manner? Okay, so it's modifying the verb talking. So fast over here, that is an adverb. Okay, so it is modifying talking, which is a verb. The sentence number B says, we were extremely happy for her. Now happy is a state, okay, that is describing the person. Okay, it's a state which the person is expressing happy. Happy, the girl was happy, okay, so happy her or happy she, however, happy girl. So it is modifying, but before happy you have the word extremely, okay. So that is telling something more about to what degree is she happy, how much is she happy, okay. So that is your extremely happy for her. So extremely is your adverb. Then you have she works very slowly. So slowly is another adverb because it's showing you the manner in which the person is working. Okay, so work over here is a verb. It is not modifying the verb, okay, but it is actually modifying the adverb. So slowly is the work, that is definitely for the verb work. So that slowly the adverb is modifying the verb. And very is also modifying the word slowly. So that is how it modifies another adverb. So it can be categorized into, into simple, compound, and how you derive it. So it is derivational as well. So how you derive the adverb to be. Alright. So right now we are going to take up the kinds of adverbs. Alright. So in a bit. Okay, moving on to the kinds of adverbs. The first one that really comes to my mind when we talk about adverb is time. Okay, so yes, this is a very prominent one. So usually even when we take up adverb phrases, more than manner or more than place or frequency, however, what comes to our mind is time. Okay, so that association is very prominent with time and adverbs. So the first one that we are going to list up is adverb of time. Now it will definitely tell you when an action has been occurred. Okay, they tell us when the action has taken place, when. Words such as since, for, ago, before, today, yet, still, soon, these all are adverbs. For example, they faced great challenges but eventually reached the summit. Eventually is actually talking about the time. Alright, it sounds like the one that it appears to be like the adverb of manner because it has li at the end, but it means that it is time. So you can just derive from it. Alright, so that it is meant to come under the category of time. So eventually you reach the summit. The games will be resumed tomorrow. So any amount of time that has been associated with a verb, or when the action is taking place, or what the sentence is expressing, you know that it is adverb of time. All right, so that's it. You don't have adjectives of time, and you don't have any such thing for that matter, but time, it's only related to adverbs. Okay, next comes adverb of place. So place is also another thing. When you have to talk about time, you have to talk about the place also. The second one that we can list up is adverb of place. So it will definitely tell you where it has taken place. So adverb of time, it will ask the question when. Okay, this is going to ask you where. So where has the action or the verb, whatever it is expressing, it is taking place. So here, there, away, near, everywhere, nowhere. Don't look away when I'm talking to you. So away is a place. Okay, it's not a position away, it's a place. So away to some other direction, probably it is. Specifically, if you talk about it, it's a direction. So don't look away when I'm talking to you. So it will be taken into its it will be considered as well. Okay, so look away as the verb. He had thrown balls of crumpled paper everywhere. So thrown, and will come at the end, everywhere. Okay, so everywhere here is the adverb of place. Okay, then you have adverb of manner. After that, another one that is equally important along with these two is how the action has been performed. Okay, so it will be adverb of manner. Alright, so adverb of manner. So just like it will tell you how the action has taken place, in what manner, such as bravely, happily, fast, quickly, okay, gladly. So fast is taking up distance and everything. Quickly, gladly. Okay, these are adverbs of manner. He charged angrily. So that's an emotion, angry, angrily. In the manner is very angry. Okay, so angrily towards the man who had insulted him. She came to the party directly from office. See, so directly. I told you position over here, and then just taken the distance and all that. Direction is taken into consideration. Okay. So party directly from office. Adverb of frequency, the next one. Okay. So number 4 would be frequency. I'm just writing the keywords out here so you can understand. This is going to ask you how often the action is taking place. Okay. So how often? Such as like always, sometimes. Are there gaps in the actions that has been performed? Never. If it is performed, it has been performed ever. Okay. Rarely, usually, daily, occasionally. These all are, adverbs of frequency. They'll ask you how often it is being performed. She never watches television in her free time. So you can ask, how often does she watch? So the answer would be, she never watches. Okay. That is what it is. I usually read the newspaper in the school bus. How often do you read? Okay, I usually read in the school bus. Okay, so usually, how usually do you read the newspaper in the school bus? So usually it will be maybe daily. Okay, usual times. So that's it. Now just check over here. I'll just take a break from this, and I'll just explain to you the position. Okay, according to your chapter. We have a tiny bit of explanation regarding the position. So what do we take into consideration regarding this position? Now the adverb, it can be placed before the main verb. All right. So here when we talk about position, just notice this. Notice whatever I'm writing. It can be placed before the main verb. Okay. Whichever is the main verb or the action verb. Okay. Rarely used. Now this is with regard to frequency. Okay. So before. So rarely. Rarely used. I'll just give one example. So that's it. Others are there in your book. Rarely used before, rarely used as the example, and it can be, see, the adverb frequency can be placed before the main verb. The second one is after simple tenses of be, after simple tenses of be form, okay, be verb. For example, he is always, so it is before the main verb. And if there are simple tenses of the be form, which is an auxiliary verb, remember we did modals and auxiliaries, and I told you that under auxiliaries all the be forms they come in. Okay, so after these be verbs like is, was, were, so after those the frequency adverb will be taken. So this is in regard to this, okay. And then at the beginning or end of the sentence or a clause. Now if there is a sentence, if there is a main clause, so I hope you all remember what clauses are. We've done them in class 7. Okay, my mother goes to the temple, so that is a clause, that is the main clause. Okay, it's complete, it is completing its sense, it has got complete sense, it's got a finite verb. So my mother goes to the temple every day, so it comes after the clause. So whenever you have to express a thing in a sentence, if it is a clause, in a clause when you have to express it, so it will come after the clause or at the beginning. Okay, so here you can use it both ways. Okay, every day. So that will be regarding your adverb of frequency. Okay, so these are the ways when you can position them, and mostly let me tell you the position of adverbs, it is mostly after the verbs. Okay, for example, faced but eventually. Okay, resume tomorrow. Okay, look away, thrown everywhere, charged angrily, came directly. I'm reading from your examples itself. Okay, so only regarding frequency you can have these sort of differences. Even for eventually, it is time. Okay, so it is a bit certain, uncertain bit you can understand. So that is why it is placed before the verb there. But most cases you will have the adverb after the verb. Alright, but over here in these cases for frequency also you have them, you have in all these manner. Okay, the next one that we will be discussing about is adverb of degree. So adverbs of degree, they ask the question how much or in what degree. Okay, how much or in what degree. All right, so they actually lend some weakness or strength, maybe higher side or on the lower side. So that is what to the adverb or adjective which they modify. It's not about, okay, words such as very, to, almost, enough, entirely, really, only, quiet, extremely. These are some of the adverbs of degree, and they are used like I'm too tired to go out now. She almost lost the child in the crowd. Okay, almost lost. Okay, so that's lost over here. That is the it sounds like the verb, but it can also be yes. So that's it. So adverb of degree. Okay, then you have interrogative adverbs. So number 6, so almost lost the I'll just get back to this in again. Almost lost the child. It's like almost, did she completely lose the child? But then she found him. Okay, but then she got hold of it. So that is what it means. How much, in what degree did she lose? Was it completely or was it not? So you can ask questions and then you might be able to identify. Now interrogative, they simply ask questions. Okay, they ask questions regarding the place, the time, how often, regarding the frequency. Just what, when I was asking all these questions, they are actually the interrogative adverbs. So How often did she go to the movies? How was the action? In what manner? Okay, how was it done? How often? Where did you find the money back? So it's like adverb place you're asking. So the WH words like how, where, how often, in what degree. So where, what. So these are interrogative adverbs. Okay, then you might also find something called the sentence adverbs. Okay, sentence adverbs, so which are like, they modify the entire sentence and normally express the opinion of the speaker. Words like evidently. So whenever you are using in case of opinions, in case of some statements to express, okay, unfortunately this, hopefully there won't be another virus attack on our computers. Obviously there was no truth in what the, so you're introducing the sentence with, you know, with that with some modification. So that is your sentence adverbs, and there is an entire clause which will come after it. Okay, main clause that's going to come after it. You all know that sentences are the main clauses. So yes, these are known as the sentence adverbs. I think all of us have understood about this. And then there are relative adverbs. Okay, now these resemble, these have a very close resemblance to relative pronouns as well. You know, they modify the main verb, yes, but they also function like relative nouns to some extent, and they refer back to whatever it is being introduced with, like the antecedent, that is what we call, like words like such as when, where, why. These are some of the relative adverbs. You didn't tell me why you went to meet with the principal. So you went to meet with the principal, that is like it is referring back to what the person didn't say. So it's referring back to the antecedent. Alright, I cannot remember where I kept the letter. I cannot remember what, where I kept the letter. I kept the letter, this fact, they are referring to what they cannot remember. So that is why where. Obviously the place is associated with it, so they have to use where. You have to use where. So these are known as, actually it will show some sort of relation. So whenever it shows that way, it is referring back to something that has been mentioned. Okay, it is going to be a relative adverb. Okay, so we are actually done with the kinds of adverbs, and now gradually I'll move on to the position of adverbs in a bit. Okay. Okay, so coming to discussing about position of adverbs. Now this bit is not from Grammarly, this is from Wren and Martin. So whatever the rules I'm going to mention, these are mentioned in Wren and Martin, and most probably we've done them before. I remember that we have done them before. Okay, so going on with position of adverbs. Okay. Now we all remember that bit that I had showed you in the previous part, where I had talked about the position of frequent adverbs of frequency, right? We're going to, yes, take that into consideration, keep it in the back of our mind, or maybe in front of us with our books open when you watch the video. But we are also going to learn about the other positions of other adverbs. Okay, for example, for adverbs of place, okay. So for adverbs of place, you usually place them after, okay, because you're showing the place, you are modifying that. So after, just take them down as facts and rules like that. So the first one is adverb of place is placed after the verb, okay, after the verb. So look away, thrown everywhere, so that's it. Adverb of manner, okay, adverb of manner, it is placed, okay, after the verb, okay, or if the object is mentioned, then after that. All right, for example, he charged angrily, okay, so after the verb over here, okay, for example, he charged angrily, okay, charged angrily, charged is the verb, and angrily, therefore it comes after. But if you take into consideration the second part, it comes after the object. If an object is mentioned in the sentence, it will come after the object, and the verb obviously comes before the object. So this is the manner: subject, verb, object, and then your adverb is going to come. For example, see, she came to the party, okay, from the office. She came to the party over here, object. So after that you have directly from the office. Directly is your adverb. Came over here is the verb that it is modifying. It is modifying the verb, not the object, but it is placed after the object, okay, if it is mentioned. So that's it. That is for adverb manner. And then for frequency, I've already explained that to you, and you can check it out in your books also, so I'm not going to discuss that again, but I'll just mention something about this. So regarding adverbs of frequency, what you have, the general order of the sentence is, subject, like this: subject, verb, and object. So where does this frequency come in? Okay, okay, object. But at times when you don't have the object, you just have the subject and the verb. Where does this adverb come in? It is going to be placed before the object, after the subject. Okay, so subject over here, and then you have adverb frequency, and then the verb. For example, she never watches television. Okay, example. She over here is the subject, watches is the verb, so never is your adverb of frequency. I usually read the newspaper. I is the subject, okay, and then read is the verb. Newspaper, of course, that is the object. Okay, we're not taking that. But look at the adverb that is placed, which is before the verb and after the subject. Usually read. So that is your frequency. That is another thing I would like to add. Other than that, the other three rules that come under this, which is there in page number 50, on page number 50, you can also take that into consideration. Okay, now if we have to talk about the order of verbs, now in many sentences you might find that there are two or more adverbs. Okay, two or more adverbs. So at that time, what are we going to do? How are we going to place the adverb? In what order? There has to be an order. If there are two or more adverbs, so we are going to place it in this order. Whatever is there, the first, if there is a manner, if there is an adverb of place or time, okay, or maybe time and place, this is going to be the order, or manner or place. First the manner is going to come, then you are going to have the place, and then the time. Okay, so when you have to, if there are more than one or two adverbs, more than two adverbs or two adverbs in a sentence, this is going to be order: the manner, the place, and then the time. Okay, now moving on to the degrees. How are you going to place with the degrees? Okay, so I'm too tired to go out now. So too, it is placed before the, if it is usually when for degrees it is adjective or adverbs that the adverb modifies. Okay, either it is modifying an adjective, either it is modifying an adverb. So I'm too tired, it is always placed before, okay, before the adjective or the adverb. Alright, so but if your sentence contains enough, okay, if you have to use this verb, this adverb to modify another one, so it will always come after. Okay, rash enough, harsh enough, okay, big enough, so it will come after the adjective or adverb. But if you have the adverb only, okay, which is also part of its degree, in general rule, generally we always place this before, okay, before whatever it is modifying only. But in spoken English, however, this has come to mean while we speak only, okay, so it is before the object, before the object. But in spoken English, what happens is when we speak, we place only before the verb. Okay, in general English, in general rule, it will come before the object, maybe after the verb and before the object, but in spoken English only comes before the verb. All right, so that is one thing that you have to understand regarding the position of adverb. So you can just check this out once again regarding adverb place. It comes after the verb. Okay, adverb of manner after the verb. Okay, but if it is an object, thereafter. Okay, and then frequency will have between the subject verb and then the between the subject and the verb, and the order of the adverbs if there are two or more. MPT, okay, manner, place and time. I think we had done this rule before, so I'm not giving any examples regarding that. So degrees, regarding the degrees, if it is an adjective or adverb, it is always placed before, but if there is enough, okay, which is used to modify, it will be after. Okay, and but if you have only in general rule, if it is placed before the object, but in spoken English what happens is you place it before the verb. Okay, it has come about in that manner. All right, so then we are done with positions, so we keep it till here today. Thank you.